His final weeks here at the White House, President Obama says that if nothing else, he has saved the economy and says partly the stock market is thanks to his work. Yesterday, White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest proudly gave credit to the president for adding jobs and lowering the unemployment rate, now down below 5%. But how will things change under President-elect Trump? Is it good for the average everyday worker, especially those who voted him into office? Talk about that. United Steelworkers International President Leo Gerard from the great city of Pittsburgh. Leo, nice to see you, sir.
City of champions, man.
Well, go Steelers, as it were. As we're talking here, you get this sort of sense that there's two different narratives here. The White House says, hey, look, we save the economy for folks who are blue-collar Democrats, for low-income, middle America. We save the economy. Yet it was union workers, blue-collar Democrats in Pennsylvania, in eastern Ohio, and Michigan that put Mr. Trump in the White House. So is the White House right about this, or was Mr. Trump right about it when he won at the ballot box?
Look, I think that they're both right about it. And what happened is that over the last 30 years, industrial workers in the industrial heartland, I don't call it the Rust Belt, that's less than dignified for the workers that work in that industrial heartland. But the fact of the matter is that they've had flat wage growth, they've had loss of literally millions of jobs through bad trade deals. And just before I came to the show today, I did a bit of research. I went back 10 years looking at what China, Mexico, and South Korea has done with regards to trade deficit. Just on durable goods, our trade deficit with China accumulated is $2.9 trillion. With Mexico, it's $615 billion. We've
heard these numbers, sir. We've heard them for a long time.
I'm making the point that these trade deficits have cost us industrial jobs, and they've forced wages to be flat. So that a lot of workers in this last election in the industrial heartland voted for change. They voted for something new.
Well, Mr. Trump says he's going to deliver on that. He says he's going to bring jobs back. We saw him take on Carrier on Twitter. We saw him take on Ford. We saw him take on Lockheed Martin. And just this week, Toyota Motor, he said in a tweet, will build a new plant in Baja, Mexico to build Corolla cars for U.S. No way. Build plant in U.S. or pay big border tax. And I'm guessing based on what you've said so far about the trade deficit, you're in favor of a big tariff tax.
Let me tell you what our union has done right after the election. And in fact, to his credit, President-elect Trump ran on the steelworker agenda. This is the stuff we've been saying for 30 years. And in fact, if he wants to repeal and replace NAFTA, we're going to help him. If he wants to repeal and replace China, we're going to help him. If he wants to put, you take Carrier, for example, if they're going to make furnaces in Indiana, move that to Mexico. Mexicans don't buy many furnaces, then bring those furnaces back to America. You're darn right there should be a big duty on those. There should be a big tax.
Do you worry at all that the countries that we put a big duty on are going to turn around and put a big duty on U.S. goods? That the same people in wait, hold on, let me finish the question.
No, that's malarkey.
People in it's malarkey that there's not going to be a trade war?
Look, we're in a trade war now, man. All you got to do is look at the statistics. We got almost a $3 trillion.
But wait, hold on.
Well, let me finish now. Let me finish now. We're in a trade war now. We're just not fighting it.
Leo, we're going to bring you back to discuss this. In the meantime, we've got to break in, return to our top story.